and I'm the president of Cambridge University Polish Society, and I'm here organizing the EduScience conference. We've been working with Socrates schools for over a year so far, and when we were talking about our cooperation for this coming academic year, we decided that since our society will be taking part in Science Polish Perspectives conference here in Oxford, we could organize something similar for students. And we wanted to use this opportunity to introduce Oxford to them and to show them something else, something that they don't get in school because of the curricula are different, and we wanted to show a bit more of an application of some science concepts rather than just theories that they can learn in school. We have 2 days of presentations, 4 hours every day, and we had, I think, 8 speakers. We tried to contact speakers who present at Science Polish Perspectives conference, who are people who do research in science, mostly in institutions in the UK, and they are presenting their own research, something that they do right now. So we had a few talks on biology, including zoology, for example. We had a talk on geography, also things on biomedical engineering, and we also made sure that these are not just lectures. We wanted our presenters and our speakers to interact with their audience, with the participants, and prepare some sort of workshops or maybe debates, something that would engage students.
My name is Michał Wolarski. I am a postgraduate student at the University of Cambridge. In my research, I study biological sciences. I focus on biophysics and microbiology, and I'm based in the Cavendish Laboratory, which is the physics department of University of Cambridge. But I'm based in a very biological group, and in this group we try to bring together the sciences of biology and physics. I'm also actively involved in the Polish Society at the University of Cambridge. This year I am the Sponsorship and Partnership Officer, and in particular I focus on the Society's relationship with the international schools of Socrates from Bydgoszcz. So we've been collaborating with Socrates schools for over a year now, and over this year we organized a variety of events. For example, our students went to the school, to Bydgoszcz, or groups of students came to Cambridge to visit the city or to listen to talks given by our students. And this event that we organize at the University of Oxford is probably the single biggest event we organize together with international schools of Socrates. And the idea is to allow Socrates students to be exposed to science presented by very accomplished Polish researchers who are based at international institutions, mainly in the UK, but also from a variety of other European countries. So we want to make sure that they can meet the best researchers, they can listen about what they do every day, how they explore science and how they make progress in science. We want to make sure they can see how different scientific fields, such as biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, geography, how they are applied to a variety of problems, such as problems in sports engineering, problems in art conservation, information analysis, medicine, and so on. And beyond that, we want to make sure they can actually meet these people, meet these very talented individuals, and interact with them and see how they think, see how they see the world, and what they think about science and what they think about doing science. So that As a result of this, they can not only learn what these scientific fields mean, not only they can relate to what top scientific research means in relationship to what they study at school, but they can also get very directly inspired by these individuals to perhaps in the future become top experts in different fields. Active and one of the bigger national societies at the University of Cambridge. Currently we have around 400 members at the society, and this includes around 180 current students at the University of Cambridge. This is half of them are undergrads and the other half are postgraduate students. We've been operating for the last 5-6 years, and over these 5-6 years we managed to establish a very stable position within the university. We organize a variety of events, which are aimed at cultural exchange, at science or business and careers. And because we are so active and because we can reach a vast number of students and professionals, we are very, very attractive for external partners and sponsors. So we've been collaborating with private companies who are happy to provide their sponsorship and get additional advertisement, and perhaps through our events even recruit future employees. So far it's been a tremendous collaboration between us and the Socrates schools, and we will be very happy to continue over the next couple of years. We'll think of different types of events to organize together. We certainly want to continue sending our students to the school site in Bydgoszcz to allow students to have lectures given by our researchers and also undergraduate students. We want to continue with welcoming some of the staff at the University of Cambridge at formal dinners and other types of events. We continue to inform the school about current activities at the university and in the city, activities such as Cambridge Film Festival or Cambridge Science Festival and many other events. So we definitely want to keep them well informed about what's happening in the city, so we hope to see them here as often as possible. We want to make sure that every year we organize one bigger event to really allow their students to see how it is to live abroad and to allow them to interact with people, with students in different cities in England. I think people who are involved at Cambridge University Polish Society are really looking to contribute somehow to Poland in general. We all like our country, we love going back. Some of us consider returning to our homes or to other cities after we graduate. So really being involved at the society is a great idea that allows us to contribute somehow to the development and the good image of our country. Organizing events with Socrates schools really gives us an opportunity to practice our teamwork skills, collaboration skills, practicing how it is to lead a team, to coordinate many people, to deliver something great at a great cause. I think everyone who wants to do something greater and bigger and beyond what's expected is able to do so. It's important to realize that if you want to do it, you can do it. Some perspiration, hard work is of course necessary, and you never can be sure that you can achieve what you want. But I think if you believe strongly enough and you have enough conviction in you, and you create opportunities for yourself with your hard work, you're able to achieve great things and as a result of your work, give back to others. And I think that's the best motivation for young people to have. It's not only about them becoming someone who's accomplished or influential, it's about becoming someone who can inspire others, or perhaps give back to others who had given to them. So I hope events such as this one really give them opportunity to meet people who have achieved that, people who accomplished something fantastic within their fields and decided to share it with them and inspire them, and really allow them to have a grander vision about their future. I think kids from Socrates schools are really inspiring and really keen, hardworking, very bright students. They participated very eagerly at our activities. We really made sure that we don't just present or talk at them, we really engaged them with a variety of tasks, and they really accepted those challenges very keenly. So both our team and the presenters were really happy to work with students from Socrates schools. Before you actually start thinking about becoming a PhD student, it really helps to have some kind of experience. In my case, before I even considered applying to Cambridge, I already had experience in research in industry. I worked for a pharmaceutical company. I was involved in research and development there. Of course, it helps to have good grades. Of course, it helps to be a motivated student. But to have some practical experience beforehand is really, really key. I believe that if someone is motivated and has a vision for themselves, knows what kind of science or any other field they love and they want to expand beyond what's currently known, they can do it. It requires some effort, some planning, but it's definitely possible. I think many PhD students do want to stay in academia. It's certainly one of the main paths, career paths for them. It is, however, the case currently that current universities become oversaturated with PhD students, and there aren't enough postdoctoral positions available. So if you want to stay in academia, you should be really great at your research. You should really prove yourself as a PhD student in order to compete for the best positions afterwards. It's also evident that current PhD programs really aim at educating students in a variety of fields in order to allow them to leave the academic world and really apply themselves to different industrial fields. Many programs include an internship, for example, where students not only participate in research in academia, as it used to be in the past, now they also have a chance to work for 3 months for a media company, for example, or a pharmaceutical company, or a consulting company. So they can see how the real world, the world outside of academia, functions, and they can see how their skills that they derive from research can be applied to industry. As a result, PhD graduates are more well-rounded people who understand how the world functions, and they can apply their critical thinking skills and research planning skills to other applications. I think it really depends on the person. So some people will love specializing and digging very deep into a very narrow scientific or humanities field. Some other prefer starting to work very fast. It is, however, evident right now that you cannot just focus on being an expert in one particular field. Even if you do science, for example, you have to really understand a variety of fields and combine and integrate knowledge. So I believe that nowadays you have to be very open to variety of types of knowledge, variety of collaborations. You have to be flexible, and you have to prove yourself in a variety of tasks. it's precisely because of this, it's not only important to make sure your research is interdisciplinary, your scientific work is linking many departments or is linking many fields, it's also very important to realize that other activities, such as being involved in a society, for example, where you can apply yourself to organizing conferences or finding sponsors, for example, or collaborating with industrial partners or schools, is equally important, because you develop other types of skills. You develop interpersonal skills, for example, or organizational skills, and so on. I think very quickly I realized that although doing a PhD and progressing science is really great, and it's a very noble activity, I also very quickly realized that being at a great institution such as University of Cambridge and doing science and interacting with great people allows me to grow as a person, not only as an academic, as a researcher, but as a person. So I can learn a variety of skills such as interpersonal skills or organizational skills, teamwork, leadership, and really improve not only my hard skills, but to understand what the world is about and to become an individual who can explore the world in many more ways. I think one of the greatest moments was when I worked hard enough in order to be able to put together the first publication. This publication was submitted just 2 months ago, and it was a really great moment. So, as a PhD student, you work really hard in a field you perhaps don't know so well, and you encounter a variety of obstacles. You have few people to rely on, but most of your work is independent. So for a year or two, you usually work really hard, very long hours, and then finally, if you're perhaps working hard enough and you're a bit lucky, your work really comes to fruition, and you can write it up as a publication that can be delivered to the scientific world. And that's what happened to me more or less 2 months ago, and it was a really great moment for me.
So putting your name on paper, was that moment of self-fulfillment?
It definitely feels good to put your name on a high quality research work and know that best experts in the field will be able to read what you've done. Yes.